short.
6 o'clock, we're gonna call the meeting to order. Good evening, it's good to see you, all of you here tonight. My name is Cheryl Carson, I'm the new mayor of Peck. I'd like to thank you guys for coming tonight. We're gonna start with, excuse me, we're gonna start with the roll call of the council members.
Oh, sorry, Rob Milchek, newly appointed city councilman.
And Milton Nodacker, newly appointed.
John Lee, the only elected person. And will be for next 2 years.
Yeah, actually 4 more.
Well,
Or
2
no,
years,
yeah,
2
2
years
years
more
then.
will be elected.
That's right, okay. Alrighty, so we're going to move on to proposed amendments to the agenda.
Madam Mayor, I would like to move that we delete item 9 from the agenda. Somebody needs to say.
Second.
Okay.
Then you have to ask for a vote.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Do all say?
Yes.
All in favor?
Yes.
All in favor? All right.
Yes. Aye.
Aye. Growing pains.
Gotta start somewhere.
Okay, declaration of conflict of interest,
I don't think we
Nope.
okay. Bills to pay, okay. For February's bills to pay, we are in the process of still mucking through the muck.
They are all paid.
They are all paid, the bills are all paid, but we are still trying to,
We don't have a tabulation of what we've done yet. 'Cause I'm
so,
still figuring out how to use QuickBooks.
QuickBooks. So QuickBooks for Dummies doesn't have all the information in it, just for future references. So we should have, everything updated by the March meeting. So,
Actually, we would have been presenting bills for January. The ones that were paid,
Paid,
that
yeah,
came
after
in
the-
January.
yeah,
Yeah, that's just the information on it.
okay.
But all the bills for January and February are paid.
Okay, now we'll move on to the consent calendar.
And that's the approval of the minutes from the January meeting.
Yeah, right.
And Madam Mayor, I've reviewed the minutes. I suppose everybody's reviewed the minutes. I found a considerable number of typographic errors and some spelling problems, but I would like to move that we accept the minutes as they will be corrected before you
Can you second for that?
finalize.
Okay, so the minutes from the last meeting is approved after changes, correct?
Pending the
Pending the
corrections, yeah.
That would have been the previous January session.
Okay. Okay. For new business, we're going to discuss and decide on whether to change the day the council meeting is held. It's been suggested that it be changed to the second Wednesday of the month instead of the third. That is so that the bills to be paid can be approved before they're basically already due. So, that would mean,
Well, basically, in the past, when they say, do you approve to pay the bills have all been paid. They're just acknowledging that the bills have been paid. By moving a little bit earlier, at least half of the bills that are still, we'll still have bills outstanding to be paid, so at least half the council can approve before they're paid for about half the bills. The rest of them will be after they're paid, they're just acknowledging they were paid. It's a semantic argument, but
Just to make it look better on the bills.
So I move that we make that change in the regularly scheduled meeting to be the second Wednesday rather than the third Wednesday.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
I remember that.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Okay. The next item is to approve the new city attorney, Todd Richardson. He is out of Clarkston, and he's done amazing things so far.
The brief history is the old city attorney also tendered her resignation. And when we went to meet with her, to both Cheryl and I at the time, seemed better to not even try to get her to stay on. So we went to another attorney who does city work in Idaho and Washington, Todd Richardson, and we were impressed with him, and he's actually the one who got us to the governor's office to get the new city council members appointed.
Awesome. Within 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it was, he definitely knew what to do,
Yes.
so it seemed like a good thing.
So,
Second.
did
I would like a motion to approve the new attorney.
And the new second, Rob?
I can't make this one.
Oh, alrighty. No. Yeah.
His hourly rate was actually also lower than the previous city attorney.
Alright. So, okay, number 3, we're moving on to, we need to nominate a president for the council. And,
I would like to nominate Milt.
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so Milt is our new city council president.
The city council president just steps in to be mayor when the mayor is not here.
Give him a big round of applause. Congratulations.
Don't put me up too bad.
And
Not part of the ball.
the city council president is also the signatory on the city accounts.
Accounts for, all the accounts for the city. Okay. The next one, number 4 on the under new business is interviewing prospective new city clerk and new maintenance worker. For this, we are going to go into an executive session and do a couple of interviews. And while we do that, you're more than welcome to go into the gym and have some coffee and talk amongst yourselves. And there's some treats in there. And we're hoping this is only going to take about half hour, 45 minutes. So,
Madam Mayor, I move that we go into executive session.
okay.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All righty, we're going to call the open meeting back to order. What is the time?
Look, everybody's staying.
Everybody stay. Thank you for staying.
Let them go.
It's good coffee.
There you go.
Okay, we'll continue with our new business and, which is number 8. And to announce a new city clerk and new maintenance worker if the information is available. And fortunately, we would like to welcome Jim Ahart is our new maintenance man for the city of Peck. And Miss Cindy Nichols as our new city clerk.
Thank God.
How do you spell Jim's last name?
M-I-C-H.
Nickel, okay.
Ahart.
A-R.
Oh,
I thought
that's
you
what I
said
wanted.
Nickel.
No,
that's.
No, that was, that's it.
Inventing new people.
A-H,
Ahart.
R.
got it.
Bob Bash.
Good job, Jim.
Okay, so,
To the citizen, well, let's see what, now it is, he has a
He ha-
presentation,
yeah.
doesn't he?
he does have a presentation.
So, we have citizen comment here, but,
It should be below the.
should be below the presentation. Okay,
I didn't notice that until just now.
yeah.
So it should be,
Justin on?
yeah,
Don't matter, I could do it afterwards.
We don't have
Don't
a
matter to
treasurer
me.
report, we don't have a maintenance report.
yeah.
No,
I definitely don't have that.
We have, we're gonna go to, city employees briefings first, and then we'll come back to the citizens' comments period. And, Justin,
Yep.
like, Milt said, we don't have a city clerk update at this time, we don't have a maintenance update at this time. Justin has some water department updates for us.
So yeah, I've been taking care of the generators. They both have books on there. One of them was low on coolant, so I refilled that. So generators are good to go. I can keep up on that kind of going into the future.
Awesome, thank you.
We do have a GMU valve, I believe it was in September that we ordered it. They come out of Germany and they shut down for pretty much the whole month of December for their employees. So it's always 6 months out whenever we order them. So hasn't come in yet, should come in, I think, April-ish, May-ish, somewhere around there, and then we'll get that in right away.
No, is that for the intake?
No,
That's for the-
that's one of the valves on the skid itself.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a reservoir inspection. Bunch of pictures on that. I think you guys have that.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
Looks good. There's only one spot that has a little bit of caulking that probably just needs to be reinforced.
This one?
Yep, right up under there. It's on the bottom of it, so it's not the worst. But
Is that just polyurethane coffee or what?
I believe so. We're looking at records right now to see what it was used last, because I think my grandpa was the last one to do it. So, but I'll get that taken care of once we figure that out.
Justin, I had a question here, looking
Yeah.
at your report. It's dated 2023, is that correct? January 2023?
Oh, for my... Ooh, I must have written that wrong then.
It should be 24.
Should be-
My bad.
Okay, I thought it probably should, but I wanted to,
Yeah, I can correct that and initial that. I'll figure that out.
okay, thank you.
One of those January things.
Yeah,
How do you don't write checks anymore? You don't change the date in your
Yeah.
head.
Well, I've got daily stuff, so it takes me just a couple days. We did meter readings, not this last weekend, but the weekend before. Went pretty well. We did find 2 parts where water was coming out of. The one of it, we tried turning the meter itself off, but it was open so much that I broke 2 tools trying to get it closed, so it's just not going to be able to work. It'll have to be replaced later on, but we found the leak and they were able to turn it off customer side.
That's right over here on O'Connell's
Yeah.
place.
Yep. And then we did find another one and contacted the homeowners about it. They had to shut the water off till the plumber got there, and then they got that figured out. So theirs is good to go. Yeah, the meter over here too. The lock that was on it was so packed full of dirt. It took me about 10 minutes to get all that dirt out to even get the key into it. So, kind of one, I don't really like the locks. But,
We have a thing about that.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
didn't replace that lock on there. either.
no, we did not.
Okay.
No, I barely got it off. so I wasn't gonna put it back on.
Are they all universal keyed?
I believe they're all the same keyed. Yeah. And we do have a problem with the 3-phase down at the intake pump. It's the power company's side of it. They have a meter down there to try to keep it stable at 3-phase, but at times it seems kind of like once a month it just decides to move a little bit, and that trips our surge protector and it shuts our intakes down. So we talked to KME, they came down, checked, make sure their side was all okay, that was all taken care of. And we got in touch with the power company, and of course they're trying to say, oh, it's not our problem, it's on your side. And then finally they took ownership that it is on their side. They tried giving us a quote. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
That was who our power gave us the quote.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Because they want us to pay.
Yeah, they want. They're trying to get us to pay to replace the transformer, or to have 3 transformers there for backup. But even in the email that they sent us, they admit in there that it probably won't even work. That it's the meter on their side, so we can do it if we want. I don't think we should.
Well, what do we do to get them to fix their bad meter?
I think just keep hounding them.
Yeah, that's where I was getting the questions. It was the guy from KME who checked our side. It looked like he was following up with the guy with Clearwater. Is he the one hounding him, or
Yeah.
He's helping hound them.
Phil.
Yes, Phil.
Phil,
Yep.
right?
What obligation are they under to supply a certain 3-phase power to that pole?
From what I understand,
Or
it's
is it
supposed to
just
be
a
3-phase.
Standard water. Anybody that's got an intake like that needs.
Yeah, the pumps
that
down there
power
are
requirement.
3-phase pumps.
Okay.
Even the generator down there is 3-phase.
Right,
So,
for us, yeah.
yep. Yeah, it's just hound them until they fix their meter.
Yeah, because if we keep resetting, there's a, if I'm not mistaken, if we keep resetting, there's a possibility that it will burn out the,
Or if they adjust it. I saw it in the report that they didn't want to adjust it higher
yeah, they're
because
already
it
at
might
a 10.
overdo or,
Yeah, it's,
below our fail-safe. We'll
Right.
call it a fail-safe.
Yes.
yep. So, yeah, it's,
So the right answer on this is probably the 3 new transformers, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. For solid-state power.
yeah, I mean, but I think the first step going into it is getting them to fix their meter. And then if we still have problems with it, then that may be something to
But
look
those
into.
are their transformers, aren't
It
they?
is their transformers.
Okay,
Right.
So it should be them,
should be that, yeah.
very much. There is a bill in here for KME. That one is already taken care of. It was, the way it was written up, Amber kind of got mixed up on it, but it was wrapped up with another one that's already taken care of. So that $315 in there, we don't have to pay
Okay,
right
that's
now.
the one that was paid the last time he was out here.
Correct. Yes.
Amber called him today and let him know.
Yep. Yep. They got that all figured out and taken care of before the meeting, so we're good on that.
Okay, so that one is paid.
Yep. I think that's everything. You guys have any questions for me?
I have one question I was going to bring up. You mentioned you don't like the locks. This goes towards citizen comment as well. As I understand, it was all put on at a previous time because 1 or 2 people kept breaking their meters. And I find it annoying that there's a lock on mine, and I think probably a lot of people do. So I was wondering if we were to say, allow people to have the locks taken off of their meter, as long as they sign a waiver saying that if they break it, they fix it. You know, then that way they're acknowledging that if they are turning their meter off and on, they're breaking it, it's their responsibility. If they don't want that, they can leave the meter, they can leave the lock on. I mean, it's just something I'm throwing out there to the public to see what they kind of think about it.
Sounds good to me.
I like I love it.
have a question though. We had a pretty serious water leak on our side. And we were able to, through a series of phone calls, get the maintenance guy to come on his time off. And he stayed until we were up to, he turned the thing off, we did the repair, got it back on again, all within a half hour. So he stayed and waited. Is our new guy gonna be able to do that kind of thing? Or are we gonna be like, oh, cause it was Friday afternoon. We'd have been all weekend with water spraying all over my backyard.
Do you mind?
I just wanna know if that service is still gonna be available to us.
That service, and I hope I'm not speaking out of line, but if we have someone with a water leak, and it's a major water leak, you can call either the maintenance guy, you can call me. That water needs to be turned off, because it's not just, that's wastewater. Water
Well, yeah,
that's being
and I-
wasted.
But I'm paying for it.
That's my point. So if you can't get a hold of the maintenance guy, you should be able to get a hold of somebody, and we'll get you a key and get that turned off.
Well, we won't touch that thing, cause our thing is kinda tricky, and there's no way we will turn that valve
Right,
on our own. Or not, there's no way, I don't wanna.
We
be-
will-
On your meter?
on the meter.
On the meter.
Yeah,
To get the
there's
water
no way,
turned off.
it's
Oh, is
tricky.
is it in bad shape? or
Ours
something?
is unique.
Okay.
Takes special attention.
I mean,
Gotcha.
Do you have a water shut off at your house? Do you have a shut off
Probably
on the
not.
other side of your water meter?
And
No.
one is gonna be put in, but it was one in the backyard, it was the, frost pipe coming up.
Oh,
Oh, the
okay.
one that broke.
Yeah, the one that broke, so
Gotcha.
it would have been on the,
On the back side of the,
it's
I
still,
mean-
it would have helped to have the water, the hose.
When you, read the meters, I guess you're gonna be reading the meters next month, or
well, he'll be training.
training him to read the meters, but I'd kinda like to go on that.
I wanna go too.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause I like to know where they are and the process, because, if I'm here in town, we can get people to know my phone number and you can call me.
Okay.
And I assume same with Robert.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
And
mean,
that's-
Yeah, if I'm in town, definitely give me a call.
As the mayor, that is one of my goals, is all of our people will be trained in every aspect of this city, so that we are never in this position again. Jim's gonna know the job, and Jim's job will be known by us. So, and clerk, we're a small community. We can't rely on just one person to know something about the city and not share that knowledge with everybody else. So we're hoping, it's gonna take time, it's not gonna happen tomorrow, but, I'm working with Rural Water of Idaho to get everybody trained on the water system. We've got fire hydrants that are in really bad condition that Rural Water of Idaho is willing to train us on and help us get them repaired and replaced. So that is something that, if you can't get a hold of Jim to get the water turned off, then you've got Amber, you've got Justin. If you can't get a hold of them, then you've got me, John, any of these.
Are you gonna send out in a newsletter who we can get a hold of?
Absolutely, we can do
I
that.
would imagine the next water bill will put that in.
Cool.
How's that sound?
And we'll even post it on the Facebook page, so you can take a screenshot of it and have it on your phone all the time too. If you don't wanna just put us in your contacts, you can do that. Yes, I think, yeah.
Okay, alright.
I'm not a big fan of the locks either,
No.
I don't think there's very many people that are.
especially if people don't have shut-offs on their side.
Right.
Yeah.
I had Dale at my house 3 times one month when I was trying to put a valve on something
But
and
we-
it kept leaking.
We definitely need to have some sort of a waiver though, incurring the cost if you go ahead and damage it, because the only reason people, I think, were messing with those when they put the locks on is they were somehow skirting by the system. I don't know how you do that, other than trying to be nefarious, but.
All right, Justin, did you have anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Did you want to go back to citizens?
I think that's where we are.
Yeah. Okay, we will go, make a U-turn, go back to the citizens' comments. Does anybody have anything they wanna ask, say, share,
We could,
complain about? Yes,
I think you guys are doing an awesome job for getting the community involved. You've got a good game plan going. I say, yay, city council.
Absolutely.
greatly appreciated, greatly appreciated. Anybody else?
As far as hounding the power company, would the attorney be able to help with that?
oh yeah,
Possibly.
write a heart attack letter.
That's why I was asking about maybe we could find out if rural power's got some sort of code that says if a rural water system requires steady three-phase power, because that's what it always is it's not, it has to maintain the same line on a oscilloscope or whatever.
Right.
And it's always finicky if the right stuff's not in place.
Let's just put them on notice that if they cause damage to our equipment through their
They're gonna
faulty
pay for it.
thing, they're liable to fix it.
There we go. I
Yeah,
mean, that
that's
would be a
great.
big motivator in my opinion to go make
Yep.
it right?
Mhm.
So what is the overall plan for the water department? As far as putting in new lines, and are we doing anything like that at this time?
At this moment, we
Well,
haven't had the
Yeah.
time, but yeah, there is a plan.
There is a plan.
There is, my hope is that we will start immediately, as soon as all this is straightened out and we're running sufficiently again. I have several, contacts to make contact with about grants. There's all kinds of free money out there. Rural Water of Idaho is going to lead us in a way to get free money to replace all of our busted fire hydrants that have there's seals bad.
Yeah, there's seals, there's valves that are bad, and stems on a couple of them are bad.
And Rural Water of Idaho is going to work with us to get a lot of that repaired and replaced for free. And then I'll have to be filling out grants to have any, like, we gotta have a brand new one put in on.
Over by the park.
By the park, by
Yeah,
the elementary.
because there's more than a 200-foot lead on that pipe that doesn't have one.
Right, and then we gotta put the one back over by the old fire department. So, yeah, we're working on, free money, grants. Rural Water of Idaho is really, really jacked to get to work with us. So there's a lot of free stuff that they have ready and waiting
Yep.
for us to
I mean,
jump on.
more details to come.
Yeah.
I think we have to highlight all of the deficiencies in our system, which I know everybody knows. Obviously, a broken pipe is bad, but if the valves on the fire hydrants haven't been maintained like they are supposed to, or they're broken or deficient, all that stuff builds, in my mind, builds our case to show that deficiency as proof for the necessity of a grant.
Right.
So getting a good snapshot of where we stand right now, would only help us provide ammunition to get those grants. At least that's what I think anyway.
Logical.
You had a question?
Do you know anything, we've heard rumors, but, to me, if it's unsubstantiated, the rumor's not real. Anything about the bridge on Lulu Street, because that thing is a nightmare.
We do
Crossing
have,
base.
I am working with Ken, I cannot pronounce his last name, but I am working with him. We do have a $4.1 million grant that was granted to us through the governor's office. And yeah, we're working on that. It won't, like he said, we've got, the attorney is authorized, going through all the paperwork for me to sign it, to make sure it's all kosher. And as soon as I get it signed, then the ball will start rolling. I can't say exactly when it'll be put in, but within the next year, I believe they'll start working on it.
Okay.
What kind of, what are they doing?
Replacing the whole
Replacing
entire
the
bridge.
bridge.
So they're gonna replace the
Oh,
whole bridge,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah.
I was just hoping for
I-
the
Yeah,
boards
no,
to
the
be.
entire
No.
bridge will be replaced.
I spent the last 3 days trying to get our registration account back up and running because sam.gov, which is like login.gov, we don't have the password and it requires two-factor authentication. We don't have the cell phone. We don't know whose cell phone it was. So we can't log into our system to work on our thing. So the last 3 days I've been working with the login.gov people to get our account up in Cheryl and my name so that we can log into our account with a new cell phone.
So these are all things that we are like,
But you have to verify you are who you are, and for a city, it's harder because the city doesn't have a driver's license.
or birth certificates.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And when you do login.gov, they want you to take all kinds of selfies and take pictures of your driver's license so they can compare and do facial recognition. Well, that doesn't work for a city.
Right.
Yeah.
And with the whole SAMS program is, we can't get any government money or
So we do
grants
that.
if we lose that. And it was something that probably should have been done in December, right?
There's a lot of things.
It should have been taken care of in December, so we are very fortunate that they're working with us to let us get this.
It's been 3 days in the U.S.
Taken care
Census
of.
survey that was being required to be filled out that was due December 13th.
So we're on it. We just hope that you guys will hang in there with us and give us your support, because we're here for you guys. We are definitely here for our community. So.
Yeah, because that Lulu Street is almost it's gonna be impossible with all the extra traffic we're having right now with the renovations that are going down on that one house.
Mm-hmm.
That road is horrible,
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, it is. A lot of the roads in town are horrible. So
Is there a way around that little strip there?
no,
Nope.
It's the only way across.
That's it. One way in, one way out.
Hmm.
So.
I've been wanting to put a zip line across it so we can go that way.
I want to do that.
Fundraiser for the city.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions? Anybody else?
Yeah. She was asking where the bridge
Oh,
was.
the bridge is just right past the old. Do you know where the old fire department was?
Yes.
It's that bridge right there, right past
next
it,
to it.
that goes off to the right. Any other questions, concerns? All right. Yeah, we have other. For others, mayor's questions or comments, information only. I just want to say, I've got to give a big, big shout out and thank you to John, Milt, Rob, and Justin and Amber. They have been like a rock. And for David, I appreciate the help that you gave us. We have some people in the community, Tim Craig, Pete Smith. I mean, the community has really stepped up and made me proud, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys a ton for stepping up and taking on this chore. But yeah, and I appreciate the community. I'm hoping we can be a solid unit and make great things happen in the next 4 years. So,
Awesome.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. City Council, questions and comments? John has comments about digital billing.
So it was Rob's idea.
Already doing it right.
I'm trying to come up with ways to
It was a
save
really
money.
good idea. In that, what we're thinking about doing, eventually we're gonna, right now we do things just unbelievably poorly. Archaic, yeah, we have a handwritten ledger, we keep track of things in, I mean, it's, you gotta be kidding. Eventually we're gonna get the accounting program to generate the bills to send out to you. And in that, we have the ability to, not requirement, but ability to email the bills, not mail the bills. You don't have to have an email bill. We're not saying, if you sign up to have an email, in the future, if you sign up to have an emailed bill,
Yeah.
we hope to give the ability to have you receive your bill by email if you should so request. But under no circumstances are you expected to get it.
Good.
Right, yeah. Because I know not everybody's gonna
Right.
use email, so, you know.
I mean, for me, when I'm traveling or whatever the case may be, an email bill would be better. And saving 64 cents per bill being mailed out for the city, I mean, it adds up. I think it's 64 cents.
Yeah, and once everything gets into QuickBooks, it's gonna be so much easier. You're not gonna have to worry about transposing numbers from page to page to page, and it gets screwed up before it gets to the,
I'm screwed, yeah.
yeah, it's the final destination. Rob, do you have anything?
I do not.
I know that was-
Alrighty. Okay, a reminder of the next regular council meeting will be Wednesday, March 13th. At 6 p.m. right here. That's 2 weeks away. Nope, just had to remind me, that's 2 weeks away. Only 2 weeks.
I can't believe it's time for March.
So,
already.
I know.
okay,
And Easter's in March this year.
yeah.
You ready to adjourn? I'll move to adjourn. I move we adjourn.
No,
Second.
okay.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Very well.
Yeah, thanks.
Yay! Oh.